Hello, welcome back to my channel. In today's video I'm going to be talking about how to garden on a budget. Whether this is your first year officially gardening or if you've been doing it for a few more years, hopefully a few of these tips will help you save a little bit of money in the long run. My first tip is basically using what you have to hand, which is perfect if you're a beginner gardener, because you don't necessarily have to go out and just start buying a load of pots, a load of seed trays. Like you physically don't need to. Just have a look at what you've got in your recycling and then start from there. So every time we finish something that looks like it's sturdy enough that it can hold even just the water for the plants, or for me to actually start the seeds in, I'll just clean them up and then I will just reuse them. So currently on my windowsill, I am reusing plastic trays to bottom water all my seedlings, and they work a charm, absolutely work a charm, especially in the earlier months of the year when it's really cold and you want to keep them a little bit more warmer, to act like a bit more of a greenhouse, especially if you're starting tomatoes, peppers, or a bit more hotter climate vegetables. So it's basically reusing little cake trays. I have gathered up quite a fair few this year alone, but they are perfect, absolutely perfect. They're keeping the heat, they keep the moisture in, they're just perfect. And even if you don't use it for that exactly, when they got the two ends, you've got two sections then to start growing seedlings in. So it's almost like two birds with one stone basically. Another example of reusing what you have, this is an old ice cube tray, and I've just drilled the holes at the bottom and then I start seedlings in there, and that works perfectly. Another reusable material is toilet roll. These are perfect for peas, for beans, anything that requires a bit more of a longer tube to hold them. I currently got my leeks growing in them and they hold them up perfectly, whereas every other tray I've kind of used, they tend to flop over a bit more. And what's even better is you can literally just plant them straight into the ground. You don't have to take them out, just put them straight in, and they should biodegrade over time. My next tip is shopping secondhand. I cannot preach this enough. If you're complaining about prices of things, you will be surprised at the amount of people that just want stuff gone. They might put stuff up for a tenner, pound, even just for free to collect. So places like Facebook Marketplace, Gumtree, even Vinted. Vinted's got quite a fair few gardening bits on there as well. And it's just so much better than them just going to the tip. Me and my mother-in-law last year, we had a house down the road that was basically gutted their whole entire garden, and they had things from planters that were in pristine condition. In my garden I've got the trellises that they were literally just getting rid of, and we literally spent about a good hour going through this skip and we came back with so much stuff. Like, I'm not joking, it would probably have been about £100 worth if we were to have got this all brand new. Obviously that could be to acquire taste, actually going through skips themselves, which is understandable because it's not the most hygienic. However, I'm pretty sure you could go to recycling centres and some of them have little shops and they will literally let you go through things, and I think some stuff might even be free there. I haven't been there personally, but even like, again, stuff that could be just a couple of quid, that was literally just going to get just dumped and just wasted away. So it's better to invest in those and help in a long term environmentally than to just get something brand new. And even with that, the amount of people that just dump stuff outside their houses nowadays, just be a bit more creative and just go from there. So my next tip is asking friends and family. You'll be surprised at how much stuff they are probably willing to get rid of, especially if you know they're someone who will enjoy gardening themselves. I was very fortunate to get loads of bits from both my nans. I got some free bulbs from my mother-in-law. We didn't have a clue which ones they were going to be. She just dug them up from her garden, and come spring we found out they were narcissus, and now they're beautifully dotted around the garden. So that was a lovely investment. Sometimes even bulbs alone, it can be very expensive. Seeds, so they might even be giving away some seeds as well. They might have some spare. Honestly, ask around friends and family, especially if you do know that they garden themselves. I'm sure they've got stuff they're more than happy to give to you. Next up is a long-term investment. Now this is quite an important one, because as great as it is to just put new stuff out every year, what can actually benefit you long term. Certain perennial or biannual vegetables, fruit, so things like rhubarb. Just get one and you've got it for years. Absolute donkey's years. Fruit trees. They take a couple of years to get going, but once you get them, you've got fruit. Things like asparagus. Again, it takes a couple of years to come into place, but then every year you'll be harvesting asparagus. It's those important ones that you can put a little bit more money into that basically pays for itself. And that also goes hand in hand with asking friends and family if you know any of them that have fruit trees. Take a cutting of the branches, add a bit of the hormone, I can't think what the thing is called, the hormone gel, to get the roots going, plant it, and then watch it grow. Another long-term investment is composting. Buying soil nowadays, it can add up. It can definitely add up, especially when it's out of season, and places like Aldi and Lidl, like their grow bags are, I think they're about £4 for like a 40 litre. They stock them at a certain time of the year. So if you're wanting to do like a garden makeover for the winter and like the very start of the year, you only can go to certain places in order to get the compost. So if you start a compost bin, just get one of the simple compost sacks. Throughout the year, put in your vegetable scraps, put in grass clippings, bits of cardboard, and just multiple pieces. And then after the year, after even 2 years, you will have like this good amount of compost that you've done yourself for free. And it's also stopped a lot of the waste as well, which is also a good little benefit. Next is how to save money on seeds. I don't want to know how much I have actually racked up in the last couple of years of purchasing. It can be quite a bit of an addiction. There's a lot of excitement about buying new seeds, loads of varieties, and just trying out different things. But there is a good little way to actually save money long term with it. So one way is at the end of the season with your crops, certain ones like beans, peas, flowers, so calendula, cosmos, sunflowers, you can easily let them dry out and then collect the seeds at the end of the season, and then you're set. If like I think one pod of beans alone produces like 3 or 4 beans, that's 3 or 4 plants you've got straight away. Another is when you're actually shopping for specific seeds, shop around. Don't just go straight to like a well-known website or garden centre, or just seeing it and then just going, oh yeah, buy it, I don't care about the price. I have found so many websites so simply searching seeds for cheap or seeds on a budget. There's loads of websites that will do it for like 50p for a small packet. Certain supermarkets are very, very good for their prices. Lidl, I believe, are good. Home Bargains. The range sells Wilko's, and Wilko's was so good for their prices. So if you do enjoy going to shop on certain websites, sign up to their mailing list, because they tend to do a lot of offers. Some of them will even do like a flash sale, and it'd be like all seeds from like 99p. And my last tip is actually making homemade fertiliser. There is multiple ways you can make it. Soak in nettles in water, let it sit for I think about a week. It's going to smell. I will pre-warn you, it will smell. But then you've got this basically like a liquid gold that is going to help improve your soil and help the growth of your plants. If you go to the beach or go anywhere coastal, you can collect the seaweed. That's another good little fertiliser to use. And even as something as small as if you're someone who loves making your own coffee and everything, if you have the coffee grounds from like the pods, or if you have one of these proper espresso machines, those coffee grounds that you basically end up binning, that is a perfect fertiliser, especially if you need something that's a bit more of an acidic soil, so like blueberries, roses, etc, etc. So they're a great one to add in as well. If there is one part of advice I would love to give someone who is a beginner gardener, is don't put such a high expectation on it. Seriously, just start small and then slowly build upon it. Not everything has to look like a Pinterest garden. Nothing has to look like the next influencer's $1 million garden. It doesn't have to. That completely takes away the whole element of gardening. So don't sweat it. Take your time. See where you could basically cut corners. And just enjoy it. Just enjoy it. Thank you so much for watching. If you have any more tips, please share them below. And I'll see you in my next video.